Let's just dive right in, shall we? Today's explainer is breaking down a truly fascinating and, honestly, kind of chilling analysis inspired by the social dilemma. We're going to uncover the hidden machinery of our digital lives, looking really closely at how the tools we use every single day might actually be using us. I mean, if you've ever felt like your phone is literally reading your mind or wondered why screen time feels so impossible to control, well, you'll want to pay close attention to this.
Think about this for a second. Why are 10-year-olds facing depression today? It's a stark mental health crisis, and honestly, it acts as the highly visible tip of the iceberg when it comes to our current social media problem. We're seeing children, right at the age where their personalities are just starting to take shape, facing unprecedented levels of sadness and anxiety. It really begs the question, what exactly is happening to these young developing minds the second they log on? We've experienced a massive shift over the last decade. Remember the early promise? When social media was just this exciting new way to learn skills, share ideas, maybe reconnect with old friends? Now, contrast that with our modern reality. We're seeing surging anxiety, deep depression, and just hours upon hours of mindless scrolling. The analysis points out something deeply concerning here. Our kids aren't just naturally developing these anxieties out of nowhere. They're unknowingly being programmed by the digital environments they spend their time in to actually feel sad and inadequate.
The socianalyst shared a super relatable anecdote from their own teenage years, asking questions like, why don't I have more online friends? Why aren't there more likes and comments on my photos? Think about how absolutely devastating it is for a developing mind to tie its entire self-worth to these digital metrics. Young people are exposed to these tools at an age when they are incredibly impressionable. And because they don't realize these metrics are entirely artificial, they internalize them as a real, tangible measure of their actual value in the world.
Moving on to part 1, just below the surface, the business model.
So, to understand why those severe mental health symptoms are happening, particularly in younger users, we have to look below the surface at the underlying business model. This depression and anxiety, it isn't just an accidental side effect of modern technology. No, it's the direct result of what's known as the attention economy. There's a famous saying, if you are not paying for the product, then you are the product. Since we don't pay a monthly subscription fee to use massive platforms like Facebook or Instagram, we aren't actually the customers. The advertisers are the real customers. And the highly lucrative commodity being sold to them, it's human attention. Your time, your focus, and crucially, the attention of our youth. That is exactly what generates billions of dollars in tech revenue.
The sheer biological reality of this is wild. Social media triggers the exact same chemical releases in the brain, like dopamine, as actual drug addiction. And this is not a coincidence. These platforms are intentionally designed by brilliant engineers to be highly addictive. Every single color choice, every infinite scroll layout, every little notification ding, it's all completely optimized to keep us glued to the screen so the platforms can serve up more ads to their real customers.
Now into part 2, deep underwater, the algorithmic mechanics.
Okay, so we've seen the business model, but how do they actually execute it so flawlessly? Operating completely behind the scenes, algorithms track an unbelievable amount of data. I mean, they track exactly how long you pause on a specific video. They can deduce when a teenager feels lonely or depressed, just based on their activity patterns. They know if you have an introverted or extroverted personality type. Every single click, scroll, and interaction is recorded. Absolutely everything you do online is being constantly and meticulously monitored. They don't just know what you like to buy, they literally know your emotional state at any given moment.
See, tech companies don't just compile your data to sell it off in a spreadsheet to third parties. That's actually a pretty common misconception. Instead, they use your data to build an algorithmic model, basically a complete digital replica of you. This avatar is used to accurately predict your online behavior and flawlessly tailor recommended content directly to your screen. They are literally building a mathematical model that predicts your next move. They know what you want to see better than you know yourself.
And here is exactly how that model is weaponized against our attention spans. Step 1. Monitor user activity entirely. Step 2. Build that predictive behavioral model we just talked about. Step 3. Serve perfectly targeted content designed specifically for your digital replica. And Step 4. Keep the user scrolling mindlessly. This loop creates deep subconscious programming, which is, frankly, especially dangerous for developing minds. I mean, have you ever found yourself swiping on your phone for 20 minutes and you don't even know why you opened the app in the first place? Well, this 4-step loop is the exact reason. Your subconscious is being expertly manipulated.
Which brings us to part 3, the ocean floor, societal fallout.
We've looked at the individual level, particularly how this impacts developing minds and mental health. But let's zoom out to the macro level for a second. Just imagine what happens when this exact process, the subconscious manipulation we just outlined, scales to billions of people simultaneously around the entire globe. The results are frankly terrifying. Fake news spreads 6 times faster than the truth on these platforms. And why does that happen? Because the algorithm fundamentally doesn't care about what is factually true. It only cares about what drives higher engagement. Outrage, fear, sensationalism, those things keep people clicking, commenting, and sharing way more effectively than boring, nuanced reality ever could.
And the relentless pursuit of online engagement doesn't just stay online. We're seeing real-world consequences derived straight from the source analysis. We're witnessing deadly riots and severe public property damage fueled by online misinformation. We're seeing extreme societal and political polarization. People are literally breaking off long-standing relationships with family and friends over differing ideologies. This digital system is actively spilling into the physical world with devastating and sometimes even fatal consequences.
To understand exactly why this intense polarization is happening, consider this scenario. Imagine user A and user B searching for the exact same political or social topic online. They do not get the same objective list of facts. User A gets search results tailored perfectly to their existing biases, while user B gets results tailored perfectly to their opposing biases. They're being fed completely different realities by the algorithm. It is honestly no wonder that both sides look at each other and believe the other side is utterly foolish. They aren't even looking at the same information to begin with. And that brings us to a core, dangerous issue. The result is a society deeply divided by manufactured echo chambers, where we end up hating others simply because algorithms feed us entirely different truths. Emphasizing the profound danger of this division is so crucial here. When we're isolated in these customized feeds, it becomes incredibly easy for politicians, organizations, or really anyone with an agenda to manipulate our perceptions and steer our behavior without us ever even realizing we're being guided.
Finally, Part 4, Surfacing, Breaking the Trance. So how do we get out of this mess? Thankfully, the source material doesn't just leave us in despair. It proposes a clear, actionable path forward to reclaim our minds and our society. To escape the illusion, we must actively listen to opposing viewpoints and fiercely verify facts to find the actual truth. The only way to break out of our digital echo chambers is to consciously and intentionally engage with people and ideas we disagree with. And for parents looking to protect their children's digital well-being, here are a few actionable steps. Sit with them. Teach them to verify what they see and encourage them to engage with ideas they disagree with instead of immediately reacting with anger. We have to help them step outside the comfortable, tailored reality the algorithm built for them.
I want to leave you with this final, incredibly provocative question. Are your thoughts truly your own, or just the algorithm's echo? It's a heavy thought, but a totally essential one to ponder. As we've seen today, the mechanics designed to capture our attention are reshaping everything from childhood mental health to the very fabric of our society. Take a moment to rethink your digital habits today. Keep questioning what's on your screen, and hey, thanks for exploring this fascinating topic with me.